Hi there guys, it's Baxter from GNC Newcastle here, and today I'm going to go through a little question we got today, actually, in store. What are the best recovery drinks for after training? Now, a lot of people think that just like a protein shake is adequate, and it definitely is. It's definitely a recovery drink in general. However, there's many different things that you need to recover after a workout. So I'm just going to go through some supplementation that you could possibly try. Obviously, food in general is really good to have after a workout, but there are other things that you could try, and especially if you're feeling sore, if you've got a lot of fatigue after, and your muscle soreness is going on for a little bit too long, possibly try these out. So the first thing you can go for is isotonic drinks. Now, isotonic drinks or isotonic tablets and gels and stuff like that are going to replace the electrolytes that you've actually lost through your training. So when you sweat, you lose like minerals, salts, other vitamins in that sweat, and basically your cells need those to help to repair and recover. So without getting them in, you're actually going to increase your time for recovery. So possibly trying out an isotonic drinks or tablets would be great. Really good for that. The next thing, protein shakes, of course. Now, there is recovery drinks on the market, which usually are like a 2.1 ratio. So 2 parts carbohydrate, 1 part protein, and obviously other things that the companies put in. But the carbs there are just going to replace the glycogen that you've lost in throughout your workout. And the glycogen is stored in your muscles, and basically, so if you do some hard activities and stuff like that, it's actually going to, you become flat. That's what it's called, flat. Where your glycogen is just used up for energy. Now, when you replace that, your muscles swell a little bit, they get a little bit bigger, and that's going to also aid with kind of, your recovery times. And also it's got protein, so it's going to feed your muscles to repair and recover. So I would say protein shakes, like the recovery drinks, are actually pretty decent for like training, depending on what time of year it is. Like for you, if you're cutting and stuff like that, you've got to be a bit careful. But that's each to the individual. The next thing I would like to talk about is glutamine. Now, L-glutamine is the most abundant amino acid in the body, and as a result, it's actually usually used up first out of all of the amino acids in your body when you do physical activity. So when you actually take this supplement, it's only like it's a teaspoon after training or possibly before a workout and after. When you take this, it's going to actually give you back all of that glutamine that you've lost, and it's going to boost the recovery rates. Now, most people that actually use this actually tell me, and they profess that they actually feel their soreness is lessened after a workout when they actually do this, and that means that your recovery times could actually be decreased, and you might be able to get back into the gym or wherever you're training and work out harder, which is a good thing. The other thing is creatine. Now, creatine helps by forcing water into the cell. Now, that there is called 100% saturation, like saturation point. Now, meaning it's just full of water, and in that water it's got all the nutrients like proteins, carbohydrates, fats, minerals, vitamins, whatever's in there. It's in the water, and it's ready to be used. So as soon as you break down those muscle tissues, the water surrounding it is basically going to be like right there, and all the muscle has to do is just take it from that. That there is going to be optimal for growth and repair. So again, a lot of people say, oh, creatine doesn't work. I think you'll find it does. You just need to look at your diet a little bit differently. And also, the next point is hydration, which is linked with creatine. If you don't have enough water in a day, creatine will struggle. It will actually draw water out from other things such as your organs, from your brain and stuff like that. So if you're not having enough water, you'll start getting headaches, you'll start feeling, your stomach will go, start cramping up and stuff like that, and you don't want that. people usually say, oh, this is the creatine. No, you're just dehydrated. So you need to make sure you do have enough water. But by getting adequate hydration, just in general, it actually helps the body big time. You know, the brain functions a lot better when you're hydrated. You know, different things like your blood, there's going to be a bit more plasma in there, and like, you know, the blood's going to be better equipped for transport of like all the nutrients into the muscle cells. And you know, there is even actually some hydration like tablets and also gels that you can get. I know we've just been experimenting in here with like a few on the staff, and the hydration pills are awesome. They're going to give you everything you need for hydration wise, and trust me, I mean, they're nice as well. Like, you know, very low sugars, like literally no sugars, but you're still getting a nice taste in the mouth, and it's really nice. But hydration is definitely key for the whole thing, because like, you know, your body's made up of water predominantly, so you do need to keep water into your nutrition. But that's just touching on the recovery drinks and how to like try to pick the right one for you. I mean, they all work together, so don't worry about it if you wanted a couple. But anyway, guys, it's been Baxter here from GNC Newcastle. Have a nice one. Take it easy.